Hey guys, I'm back with another video and I gotta say, some people are just soulless. I mean like this is just crazy. Uh since Charlie Kirk's death yesterday, I've been scrolling through Twitter, through my For You page, or X, whatever you want to call it. And all there's a lot. And I mean a lot of soulless and disgusting behavior and a lot of soulless and disgusting people, basically demons, celebrating that he died. And basically you misinterpreting his quotes and literally lying about them. This is it. One we got well, we got one post right here. Oh, hello, midnight. Sorry, my cat just jumped on my lap. Someone, Richard Woodall. He says, "I am happy to lose my entire follower base over this. Charlie Kirk literally spread Russian propaganda at every turn. His aim was to convince you that millions of Ukrainians in occupied territories should be genocide, and you're telling me to be sympathetic." Now let's watch this video right here. See what he's gonna say.
I won't nitpick too much, but I will say, if you do go into the Oval Office, you should wear a suit and tie. That's my own personal perspective. I understand his country's at war. That's just a little bit of a nitpicking. I'll be honest. I think that if you go into the sacred, and I've had the honor to go in the Oval Office a couple times, I think you should dress up in a suit and tie. I think it's just a basic common courtesy. But that's not the bigger issue. The bigger issue is that Zelensky in that meeting, we believe, and I encourage you to watch all 40 minutes. You have, good. It started pretty tepid and then it heated up. And outside of Vice President Vance's back and forth on did you say thank you, there was this kind of insistence on Zelensky saying, no, we really don't want peace. We really don't like the idea of peace was almost a non-negotiable.
I mean, I think he views it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Please.
I feel like he views it as a surrender, and I think that's a fair position for him to take.
Yeah, well, so he has a choice. And America then has a choice. So Zelensky can keep on fighting. Here's some facts. The average age of a Ukrainian military member is 43 years old. They have basically destroyed the young men of their country. There's hundreds of thousands of young men that have died, millions that have fled their nation. The average age is 43. So they're doing conscripts of people in their late 40s and early 50s to go to the front lines. It's a meat grinder. So he can keep that going, but for what? To win back some land that you may or may not win.
And when by watching that, I was like, what? What is this caption to? What is this guy even? I don't understand. His aim was to convince you that millions of Ukrainians in occupied. When did he say that? Is he talking about this last part right here?
Average age is 43. So they're doing conscripts of people in their late 40s and early 50s to go to the front lines. It's a meat grinder. So he can keep that going, but for what? To win back some land that you may or may not win.
What is who is this post even for? And I'm not gonna check the comments because the comments of all these things have been so disgusting. Like we have Destiny right here, who he says this is from the video I showed yesterday when Donald Trump addressed this. I'm pretty sure I showed it. I don't remember, but I'll play it anyways.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So after watching that video, yeah, just to give context on this, and this is what Destiny, the cuck, says. There's one person in the country right now who has the power to lower the temperature on the violent and virulent rhetoric that is coursing through our politics veins. Rather than take that opportunity to do that like Biden did when Trump was shot, Trump took to social media to make a political attack on the left while absolving his own side of all responsibility, before even knowing who the shooter is. Seeing you guys at the next shooting, can't wait for conservatives to act befuddled about that one as they are about this one. Coming from, really? No, I'm not even gonna. Destiny is such a moron, such a loser, that he doesn't even know that his rhetoric is the thing, is what causes this. And the reason why he wants the temperature toned down is because this will look bad on him. And it already is. No one is positive in his comments. No one. Let's watch this other video, which says the Democrats have now lost the TikTok generation.
Because of this, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. Absolutely zero fucks. The fact that you can scroll your FYP right now and see all of these hateful, laughing, disgusting fucking videos about a human life getting taken in front of thousands of people, that was a father, a husband, a good man. What did he do to you? How can you be so cruel and evil to laugh about that? Like, what if it was your father? Would you be laughing all over because he had different fucking beliefs? Different fucking beliefs. What if all of us fucking just started to take out you fucking weird fucks because we think different? You guys are fucking disgusting. Pure fucking disgusting evil. And I don't care if you unfollow me because you don't agree with what I say. I don't give a fuck. Unfollow me. Nobody deserves to be cold-blooded fucking murdered like that, ever. Especially a man that built a platform for you, stupid fucks, to be able to talk about your beliefs and debate your beliefs. He gave you a chance to speak, and it didn't matter who you was, what you look like, if you're a cat, dog, bunny, whatever the fuck you are, it didn't matter what you were. He gave you a chance to speak, and you guys took his life because he believes different and he walks with the Lord. Make that make fucking sense. I hope every one of you guys get what is coming to you. And I hope we get to watch it. Sad day today. Rest in peace, Charlie. Prayers to his wife and kids.
Yeah, even the people on TikTok a lot, or they don't like this. And stupid post right here. Maybe if we I don't know, had stricter gun laws, these things wouldn't happen. Just a thought. So yes, stricter gun laws, guns will disappear forever. We just ban guns. People will stop dying. Like, wasn't the Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in Japan like shot with a makeshift weapon? And Japan has really strict gun laws. I mean, like, people die with knives. So should we just ban knives? Like, come on. We have another video right here from a police officer. Let me just play it right now.
You know, I told myself I wasn't going to make this video, but I'm going to make it. You know, when Joe Biden was falling upstairs and falling downstairs and falling off of his bike and crapping his pants in public, in front of the Pope, no less, sure, we poked a little bit of fun at him because it was embarrassing for us as a country. And then when he was diagnosed with cancer, I don't remember seeing a single conservative Republican wishing him to be unalived. But yet, you fucking liberals try to assassinate our president when he was running for office again. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then you go after and assassinate this young man with a wife and 2 children simply because of his values and his religious beliefs. And also the fact that he was a shit-hot debater and you really stood no chance if you were on the opposing side with him. He was well-read, he was well-educated, he was self-educated. Like he openly stated, he never went to college. He was just a high school graduate. And he made something for himself. And in the last 20 minutes, I have seen nothing but hate and spew vomit come out of liberals' mouths all over social media. elated and happy that Charlie was assassinated simply because of his beliefs. Y'all just definitely opened up a can of worms you're going to wish to Christ that you freaking never even touched.
Mm-hmm.
Sick of this shit.
A lot of people are. And we have a son over here who has. I remember watching this clip when it came out. This is crazy.
I'm sick.
I don't have sympathy for these people. I don't care what happens to them, because this is what they cause.
I'm sick and tired of it. Left wingers, liberals, you need to be fucking showing your opponent's guts on there, okay? You need to be gutting them. You need to be shanking these motherfuckers and letting their intestines just ride on stage. What the fuck is this shit, man? Slice them up. Slice them and fucking dice them. What the fuck is this?
874 Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. Like he's literally, this is his last term. So I think that people are a lot more radical.
It's hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how that works.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
And this person is allowed on Twitch. He's allowed on Twitch saying all this crap, but you can't show your hips, apparently. You can't. I remember that thing. You can't show your VTuber model hips for some reason. You can't call someone fat, a whore, but you could call out and wish people would die. Look at this. Demons.
Shot at a university in
Oh, there's another video right here.
Utah, and you got people online cheering and supporting this fact. You people are the same ones who would cower the first minute that violence was ever presented to your front door. You say you support gun control, but then you cheer when a gun is used to silence someone you disagree with. You support free speech, but you're happy that someone who disagrees with you is silenced. You don't support gun control. You don't support free speech. You only support like-minded thought that agrees with you. This is where we're at in a society, that we can't have someone publicly disagree with us for sake of our own fragile egos, that we would rather support their death than acknowledge that perhaps we can have a conversation and disagree about certain things. Is ego so fragile that any thought that might make us question our existence and where we stand is too much to handle, so we support the violence and death against people who may bring us something to think about?
Really, really heartfelt video right there. Like he condenses it. Like where he says here. Yeah, they just want, where is it?
Like-minded thought that
they only support a like-minded thought. They only want to hear what they want to hear. And then they silence the people that they don't want to hear. I'll watch this video in a minute. This one right here is also something that I just... Before you feel sad for this dumbass Charlie Kirk, remember he's a pedo, Trump stan, homophobic... All the buzzwords, man. Goddamn, stacking on buffs over here. Anti-women's and trans white rights. And Islamic-phobic. Yeah, just add in the buff stats over here.
I don't think the place exists.
The debuff stats.
What?
Because it doesn't. It's
Even if he's like, let me just watch it first.
I don't think the place exists.
What?
Because it doesn't. It's called Judea and Samaria. It's not called Palestine.
You don't believe that Palestine have the right to exist?
No, everyone has a right to exist. Show me where it is. It's a non-existent place.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna.
That's why we're on different planets, right? But what is the national identity of Palestine? Educate me.
Palestinians.
What is that?
Like, what do you mean? What is that?
Yeah, what ethnicity are they?
Arabs?
Okay, so all Arabs are Palestinians?
No, but they are Arabs. What you trying to say? What is your point?
I'm trying to say, because at what point does somebody become a Palestinian?
when he was born in Palestine, or if his parents are Palestinians?
Again, this is why we're talking past each other.
What you trying to say?
I don't think the place exists.
What?
Because it doesn't. It's called Judea and Samaria. It's not
So
called Palestine.
You don't believe that Palestine have the right to exist?
No.
We got this idiot over here on the top who cannot understand what he is saying. He is saying that he doesn't believe that it's a place. He doesn't say that the people don't have a right to exist. He's just saying he doesn't think the place exists. But he's interpreting it with his small pea-sized brain that he thinks that he doesn't have a right to exist, even though he just stated that he believes everyone has a right to exist.
Everyone has a right to exist. Show me where it is. It's a non-existent place.
And he doesn't even answer the question. The top guy does not even answer the question.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna.
That's why
agree
we're on
that.
different planets.
Look at that. Doesn't answer it. So let me watch this.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. But
he says this is what bro had to say about empathy, so don't give him any. I'm supposed to have empathy for a guy that doesn't believe in it? Because you want to know why he said that? There are so many people who say they're empathetic. Oh, I care about this, but they don't. And they're showing it all over the place right now. They show they don't have empathy. And that's why he thinks it's a bad word. Because people misinterpret it extremely badly. I mean, so badly. They don't have empathy. They just say they do, so they could. They're like it's like demons saying that, oh, I'm a good person, but actually they're a demon. They'll manipulate you, and they're trying to save face. A lot of them are trying to save face. Demons hide when light is shown on them, and we're seeing it in real time. I mean. And look at this. We have, y'all really be wishing death on people. Yeah, racist and pedos daily actually. What constitutes that? Who is a racist and who is a pedo? Give us an example. They won't, because they don't have any. And look at this.
It shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad. It was evil. But what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. I mean, 4,000 black men, women, and children were killed in violent lynch mobs.
That's your explanation, but I guess
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been
that
in the last
affected
80 years.
the generational psyche of an entire group of people?
No, I'm sure it did. I'm not discounting that. I'm just.
It's people like that too. And look at this. It was bad and it was evil, but they committed less crimes. So I don't want to hear y'all do this. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about how why are they killing each other now as to not when they weren't years ago? What changed? Something changed. But people are just too dumb to realize that. And look at this. Compare and contrast between these two responses. This is the one where, let me just play it.
We're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans.
This is when his speech about I forgot what it was, but
we must stand together. Yesterday's shooting at Donald Trump's
the Donald Trump attempted assassination, and I'm like, are we just gonna forget what he literally called half the countries like a threat to our nation? I mean, like, come on. You can't defend yourselves because there's so much evidence of you saying so much bad shit. And we have a clip from XQC. XQC calls out Hassanabi for promoting terrorism and violence to his fans and platforming terrorists after Charlie Kirk's incident.
I hear whenever I saw I make this about Azan Abi, but whenever I see Hassan and shit like that, oh dude, America's violent, whatever. It's like, bro, isn't the fucking CO shooter like your personal hero, buddy? Like, didn't you do a fucking, like, didn't you have to put your chat in fucking sub mode when you do a reading manifesto with the fucking cold-blooded? It's difficult to see people try to play the social game of like, oh my god, violence is senseless, blah, 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 when they condone violence all the time and they push it and they like it, if their side is winning it. And I think it's
Charlie Kirk, Mr. Cow.
I'm not receptive to that.
Like, oh yeah, here's another one. Charlie Kirk recently said to a Palestinian that there's no such thing as When did he say that? Like, people don't literal demons lying about what what he said. Come on. I just watched the clip. He said he doesn't believe the place exists. He doesn't believe the people don't exist. He doesn't believe that it's a country, that it's a place that you could go to, like an actual country. He doesn't, because that's what he believes, and no one answered that. No one was like, "Oh, it is a place. Let me show you here." They didn't. And here we go. I got banned from the FaZe Connect server just because I called out Clara for celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Is this how FaZe Connect operates? Kicks me for pointing out Clara was celebrating an assassination. I mean, like, and we have the post right here. Oh, right here. Private or Instagram, unprivated to gloat about assassination. Even VTubers, man. Like imagine you're like a coworker being like, "Oh yeah, glad he was shot." I mean, like, what? For what reason? Celebrated Charlie Kirk's death on her private Instagram. This is extremely terrible for one of your talents to say. She was one of my favorite FaZe talents, but no more. I will never watch her again because celebrating an assassination is plain evil. I want her gone. It is plain evil. That's just what. Come on. And we have this, guys. How did we get here from the Cuck Destiny? And it was about JD fans being like killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. And then we have the idiot over here, Brian, whatever the hell, Karen Stein, whatever, killing the citizens of another nation who are or civilians without any due process is called a war crime. And then JD fans based saying, I don't give a shit what you call it. Fucking right. Because they're trying to defend literal drug cartels. Come on. There's a difference between someone who allowed people to speak their mind, to debate them, and then actual drug cartels who are harming the United States with their drugs that they bring over. Come on. Destiny's a fucking retard. Then we have Kirshay saying, why are you getting banned for showing hips or making an edgy joke or even having an accent that makes a word sound like a slur? Twitch has been okay with this, and it's the video of Hassan saying this stuff. And I'm pretty sure he also had a picture of like a makeshift gun. Oh, I forgot. I have to find that post. Hey, as I'm scrolling, I found this. If you guys want to make a list, Asmongold says, I have time tomorrow. I could put them all together in a video with links to their employers. Asmon asking for a list of game devs celebrating or condoning Charlie's assassination. If you find a new post or videos anymore, please reply to them. Please reply to him with them. And this person says, I'm not condoning the assassination, but it's so ironic that these guys have waged a war on cancel culture and then continue the same behavior, same exact playbook. I guess these people don't understand that accountability is a thing, because these people need to be held accountable. Like, you can't just say stuff like this and you're just left off the hook. You can't. You need to face consequences for saying vile shit like this. Okay, yeah, I remember this just happened recently. So now violence in response to words is okay? You wanna know why now? Because you guys have done it so much. You guys have, the left and Democrats have pushed this so much that it's now causing people to do this. And now they're afraid. If this was on the reverse, they will be happy with this. But they're not, because it's happening to them now. This is what happens when you forcefully I can't say the word. Basically make people extreme. Radicalize them. This is what happens. Like, you bring a gun to a gunfight, don't expect to get shot. Found it. Here we go. This isn't Hassan's first foray into political violence. This was the weapon used to assassinate Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. And this is what he posted from, I encourage people who get stuck behind the pro-Hamas mobs, blocking traffic, to take matters into your own hands to get them out of the way. It's time to end this nonsense. And this is what he posts. I mean, like, and now that he's getting shit about it, he's trying to, hide away like a demon. This will be the last thing I'll watch because this video is already too long, and I mean, like, I'm tired of looking at this insanity. But the reason why I'm making this video is because it needs to be shown. Because if you just let it hide and fester, they'll keep doing it. They need to be exposed into the light. They need to be shown and be held accountable for what they're saying.
Making this video because I know I'm gonna get hate comments, especially from the left, and nobody likes hate comments online. I used to proudly call myself a liberal. I still believe in equality, healthcare access, LGBTQ+ rights, definitely science and social programs. But I've grown really tired of the performance, the fear-mongering, and the refusal to have real conversations. I don't want to be here to scream or cancel or shame somebody into agreeing with me. I believe that we need to listen to each other even when we disagree, because change doesn't happen in an echo chamber. I'm not switching sides. I'd say I'm stepping out of the label. I'm an independent, logic-based thinker who's done letting political parties define my humanity. I'm still progressive, but I care more about the truth than tribalism. You can fight for justice without losing your critical thinking. If you want to argue, go talk to somebody else. But if you're ready to listen, then I'm all ears. Not everything needs to be red versus blue. Like, for example, here's some things that I know we can agree on. Our healthcare is broken. You shouldn't go bankrupt just because you got sick in red or blue states. Big corporations, for example, have too much power. They lobby both parties, and working people end up paying the price. Veterans and the elderly deserve better care, period. No excuses. Mental health matters. It's not woke to want trauma support, for example, especially for kids and veterans. The middle class is being...
Yeah, that's not. Because as we're seeing, there's a lot of people who are crazy here. People who are unchecked, unmedicated, and just let loose.
Squeezed by inflation, housing costs, and endless debt, which is just not sustainable. We need civil liberties. Your right to speak, worship, protest, own property, and make personal choices. I think another thing that we could agree on is that we both need to protect democracy, which means fair elections, checks and balances, and yes, accountability for every party. And this is the one that's gonna piss you liberals and you Democrats and anybody on the left off. Nobody should be hated for how they voted. Basically, what I mean by that is no one should be sliced for asking questions. I'm not here to hate conservatives. I'm definitely not fucking here to blindly follow liberals. I'm here because I want to bridge the gap and speak truth and hopefully make this country less divided and a hell of a lot smarter. And if that makes me hard to categorize, then good. I just don't want to associate myself with a party.
Yeah, because now people would, even though you could be an independent who has critical thinking, which she is now, with progressive thoughts, but independent thinking, critical thinking, which I believe that they hate. They don't want people to think for themselves. They want people to listen to them. Like, that, they would say, oh, she's a Republican now, she's conservative, because she says she's independent and she has critical thinking. She could think for herself. She could talk to other people who she disagrees with and people who she agrees with. She could talk to people, and they do not like that, clearly.
That is screaming into the void. I don't want to associate myself with a party who doesn't understand that productive conversations mean something. If you guys really wanted change, you wouldn't be sitting here calling every fucking conservative uneducated idiots. Conservatives are capable of having conversations, and for everybody on the left to accuse them of just being incapable of that, you're not making any changes. You're not going to have productive conversations. All you're going to do is push people more to not understanding your points. If you're trying to come at somebody with something that you know is a fact, don't insult them about it. You say it's hard to have conversations with conservatives, but it's the way that you approach them, and it's associated with the left now. The left is just like these angry fucking people who can't have conversations as far as the conservatives are concerned. I'm not switching parties, but I sure as fuck don't want to be associated with the left anymore. I want to be able to make real change and have real conversations, and I'm not going to get that done by calling myself a liberal.
Yeah. I think I actually have one more video, but let me check real quick. Yeah, here it is. Those 2 more videos. Them doing this, them pushing this, has caused so many people to start dissociating with them and not even identifying themselves as Democrats anymore. This is what happens when you constantly keep demonizing a group just because you do not agree with what they say. Let's watch this from Ed Galvatron Paris.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Democrats are trying to make themselves look good in this situation. You got Kamala and Joe Biden, along with the rest of them Looney Tunes. America is no place for violence. For violence? You all are the ones that incite violence the most. Gavin Newsom just said a few weeks ago he's ready to punch Republicans. And you all have him posting social media. We are so sad for Charlie Kirk's situation. You all don't care. Kamala, you didn't write that. You want us to believe you wrote that statement? You can't even talk. PR wrote that statement. Then you have the governor of Chicago blaming Donald Trump for this inciting violence. Man, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. You have liberals on camera throughout social media for the last 24 hours laughing and mocking the situation. You want to know why this hit hard? Because this man, 31 years old, have never showed any type of violence. Well, we didn't like his opinion. His opinion was all facts, all truth. Not like he was going around making shit up. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Here in this country, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to. The other side don't want us to talk about the truth.
I gotta play that back
Facts,
again.
all truth. Not like he was going around making shit up. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Here in this country, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to. The other side don't want us to talk about the truth.
They don't want to hear us talk about the truth. 100% fact. 100%. Watch this other video right here. Let me scroll a bit. Posted by Clown World. People are waking up. It's time to walk away from the Democratic Party.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, dog. Hey, Democrats, man, y'all cooked, bro. I'm talking about, man, I be looking at my news feeds, man. I posted that shit about black and white conservatives coming together. Man, I had Asians coming in that thing. Latinos coming in that thing. I even think I seen like an Armenian American. Blur, listen, man. Cooked. Y'all cooked. Extra crispy. No batter. Y'all might want to just start all the way over. Like, just go ahead and sit out for these little 20 years. Let the people get back, back where they want to be. And forget that y'all snakes, and then y'all try to sneak back in. But as of right now, the Latino community, Asian community, black community, white community, fucking Armenian community. Dog, I done had Filipino Americans in my inbox telling me they with it too. It's over. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, dog.
And it is. It really is over. I mean, they have no chance of winning anything right now. They really don't. And it's because of the rhetoric they say. I mean, the post from BBC, let me actually find that real quick, because before in this video, that's demonic behavior. Soulless people, I say. Why am I saying that? I'm like, okay, I don't know why I said that. What am I, the rooster from Looney Tunes? But it's crazy people. Oh wait, another example of Hassan, supporting, basically calling out, political violence. Here, Hassan Piker calls for violence on Nick Fuentes.
Okay, that's it. No, we gotta, the moment is clear. You gotta sick like the ACP guys on him. Okay, that's it. You gotta get one of those like Haz al Dink type motherfuckers to just like eat his ass alive. Let him fight. Whatever the fuck his name is. What is it? The Albanian dude.
I don't know how this dude even has a follower base. It shocks me.
No, we gotta,
It shocks me. All right, here it is from the BBC.
And I was thinking, it is a really shocking moment. And I was thinking, I've never shared a Trump post in my life. I will contemplate sharing this one. But what I will say with the caveat, he wasn't admired and loved by all. So that's.
You hear the guy in the background. He's like, "Oh, what did you just say?"
It's an exaggeration, but the truth is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Sorry,
let me
Matthew,
finish.
go ahead.
He was like, "What the?" That dude was shocked based on what she said, and that so was demonic behavior. Crazy people. I mean, I know there's some people who are like this, not give them any attention, but you have to focus on them because they will keep doing this. They will keep doing this. I mean, they won't stop until we show them, until we bring them out to the limelight. They will keep doing this. All right, this video is already long enough. I mean, it shocks me that there's a lot of people. Well, actually, it doesn't shock me. It shocks me that they don't even hide it anymore. They don't even try to hide it. And now that they're trying to cover face because they got exposed for their actual behavior, their true character. Yeah, but this is the end of this video. These people are demons. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.